Yo, yo, you are now tuning in the corner with JJ Dakota. Come on. The corner, the corner, the corner. The corner, the corner, the corner. The corner, the corner, the corner. The corner, the corner, the corner.
Yes.
The corner, the corner, the corner. Let me take you on a trip through the past. Let me take you where the cool kids be at. Let me take you where you won't wanna leave. The corner of love, the corner of peace. The corner, the corner, the corner. The corner, the corner, the corner. The corner, the corner, the corner. The corner, the corner, the corner.
Yo. Welcome to the Corner Podcast. This is your blessed and highly favored, your humbled host. Take you to this journey. This is your boy Gary. This is your boy G. Whatever you want to call me. Talk. Talk to me. Talk nasty. Whatever, man. I done heard them all. But man, appreciate you guys tuning in. I appreciate y'all subscribing. Appreciate you guys just engaging, man. This has been fun. Man, I can't tell you the responses. I can't tell you the amount of people who have got mad at me about not getting a hoodie or a T-shirt yet. They on the way. I am assuring you of that. But man, welcome to the corner. And this is what we talk about pool. We talk about the pool community. We talk about pool leagues. We talk about pool tournaments. Anything that if you went and hung out at the pool hall before on the west side of Fort Worth and you met people, this is what the things that I talk about are things that we discuss. Sometimes they can be a little bit selfish, and it is a little bit about me. I'm working on that, but I have to get out more. I'm trying to do that. So bear with me. Bear with me in that. And so, man, again, we're coming from JJ Dakota's 9112 West Camp Bowie Boulevard here in the shopping center where you got your T-Mobile. What is that? Yeah, T-Mobile, your check cashing plays, Happy Feet, where you want to need to relax and get a massage. I don't know what kind of massages they do. That's a whole nother issue. Kroger's is here, Wingstop is here, everybody's here. Let's go. And so we're just happy to be here again. Let me give props to the owners, Bill and James, for allowing me to take up real estate here in your humble abode, being a part of Westside history. I feel honored and I feel distinguished to allow myself to come in here and just kind of ramble and talk about everything. But anyway, thank you for being here. Let's show some love to the bartender, Ashley. She's doing her thing as usual on a Monday night. Also, she has her trusty sidekick, Tristan, the bar bag who's here. And so we want to show him some love too. So thank you, man. Come on out. Monday night. It's $10 an hour right now to play pool here. They got 8 foots. They got 1 7 foot. They got 3 9 foots that are available to play. This is normally an APA night, but today they don't have any teams in here. Just got some people in here practicing. Getting the game improved and whatnot. You do have 259, but we are saying goodbye to the Velasquez. Man, I'm gonna try to get her on here in a minute because Kim, she was literally the first APA team I played on. She was on it and a part of it, so I need to get her on just to say goodbye. She's moving, so they're having a. This is what we do, man. As a pool community, when somebody leaves, we throw them, we show them some love. We throw a party. We do all the things that we need to do to let them know that they were more than just an opponent. They were more than just a teammate. They were a lot of things. And so that's going on here tonight. And so it's kind of bittersweet. This is going to be a heavy, heavy podcast for me because I am, we'll get into it. But again, no league night tonight here, but they do have league going on, I believe, at Rusty's right down the road. They got league going on, and I don't know, some other places. I know it's more than Rusty's. Probably Maxine's, could be Roosters. Hey, if you ever stop by Roosters, man, get the cafe. Love it, love it, love it, love it. But anyway, man, let's just get into it, man. I gotta rip the Band-Aid off. This past weekend was regionals for APA, which is the regional tournament that was leading into going into the Players Championship out in Vegas. Had an opportunity to qualify for that and play in that, and it was out in Richardson, Texas. And thank you to Wizards Billiards for hosting. Man, they had like 20 valley tables. I had a kind of a somewhat of an upstairs, full bar, full kitchen. Had a patio. It even had a humidor in there. If anybody knows me, man, I'll smoke a stogie in a minute. And so I thought I was going to get a chance to smoke a cigar in between my matches, or possibly have a victory cigar, and then be able to chill some more with that. But that didn't happen. They just so happened to be having a private party in that area. But again, thank you to the bartender. I don't remember their names, but I should have. They were super cool, super nice, very attentive. Thank you to the league operators that ran it, the Richardson, whatever that is for APA out there. And again, I got to tip my hat to Robert and Shayna, our West Fort Worth leaders. They were there helping alongside, kind of helping running the thing and making sure things were run right. And so, again, it didn't feel like we were in a bubble. To all those that came out there from West Fort Worth, so it was a good time. It was a good time till I made a. So let me just tell you this, man. So before, when I knew I was headed out to regionals, and this is my first one. I've only been playing. I say only. I've been playing a lot. Uh, but years matter, I guess. I've never participated in a regional tournament. It was always my hope and goal is to get there with a team, to go through world qualifiers, and then as a team make it to Vegas. I never knew or never thought that as an individual player or what some other way I would make it. And so this was, I think, well, I feel like I put a lot of heart into it. And so I got serious about practicing. And then if anybody, for all of you who play this game, y'all know, man, the physical is one part, but the mental is another part. The mental weight is very, very, very heavy. And so before I even got to the tournament, and as I'm shooting and as I'm practicing and as I'm playing, I'm sitting here thinking like, all right, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna put myself in a bad situation. I'm not going to try to make a shot that I don't need a shot. Like I just need to touch a ball. Like the people I'm playing with are the same skill level. if they beat me, they just beat me. But I'm not gonna give them the game, man. I'm not just let it come to me. And so I went for about 2 weeks, and I was just all that I ingrained in myself. Anytime I played, even and I know last pod I was talking about my losing streak, but that changed, turned it around because I just started locking in a little bit more. Uh, but so everything that I said I was not gonna do is exactly what I did in my first match. If I could see the ball, I was like, oh, let me try to put a little something on here, and maybe I was just spread and play, stupid. And so my first match, I played my opponent, man. My opponent, Ravi. He was a good dude. He played from out of that area. He played out of that bar, so he's pretty familiar to a lot of people there. He knew the table there, so it was fine. Good shot, man. I can't take nothing. Never will I take anything away from him. But I just did some dumb stuff, like it's a race to three, and he 3-0'd me 2 matches in. I mean, two of the games of that match, I did some weird stuff and nearly knocked the 8 ball in the pocket where they hung in there. So it was just a race to who could get to the 8 ball first, and he got there first 3 times. So, well, twice. Uh, and so then you kind of lick your wounds. You kind of say, what do you do? Like you got a lot of time to go. I didn't know what the weight was going to be exactly, but it was fine. Uh, so then, so it was hard losing that first round, but we'll talk about later why I felt like that was actually a good move, not intentionally, but it was a good move. The result was fine. So my first round to lose 3-0, frustrated with myself. I go lick my wounds, go sit down, grab something to eat, and Wizards, I love y'all. Food wasn't all that great, bro. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I should have went up the street and grabbed me some Mickey D's, quarter pounder with cheese, please. So that wasn't it. But I sat around, waited, made it, got up to the round before the semis. I guess that's the quarterfinals, huh? Yeah. So my opponent I played again. What's her name? Lisa, I think. Yeah, I don't know. She was dope too. Everybody was really nice, man. This is one thing about playing pool. When you meet cool people, when you people that share the same interests and they just for the love of it and they having fun, man, it makes the whole thing that much more just fun and excited. And so she was really nice. Bless her heart. I was in the bracket, the tier with just nothing but fours, and she happened to just move. She moved up to a 5 in the middle of the tournament, and so by the time we got to the table, it was a 4-3 race. I didn't realize that until I was looking at the score sheet, and I was like, "Oh wow, how did that happen?" But she did, and but I ended up 3-0 with her. So I was feeling good about myself. I was like, yeah, all right, here I go. I'm running. I'm shooting. I'm shooting. I ain't poking at the ball. I'm stroking it. I'm doing the things. I'm staying down. I ain't raising up. I'm in there. I'm locked in. So went, did that 3-0 and sat a little bit more. Then the semis get called, and yeah, I had to see my boy again, Robbie. And but Robbie had sat just as much as I sat, so it wasn't like he was coming in. That was just matter of fact. I think I was probably more warm than he was. Man, I ran up 2 games to nothing. He was saying he thought that I was. He pretty much called me a sandbagger without saying I'm a sandbagger. No, he told me that the Oscar award would go to me because the first time he played me, he thought that it was just gonna be a rollover. So I go up 2-0, and I'm feeling good. And I'm like, look, he still got 3. Like I wasn't overconfident, you know what? Maybe I was. I'm looking back at it, I probably was. And we got to the third game. I get to the eight ball. He has two balls left. I missed the eight ball shot that I had, and he closes out. And at that point, I said, you know what? This might be a little. This might not be a good sign. And so anyway, needless to say, I couldn't close it out. Uh, Congratulations to Robbie. He went on to then go to the final table and then go on and then punch his ticket to Vegas. So wishing him well. I got a chance to send him a message through social media to congratulate him. Uh, and so it was disappointing. It was disappointing. I ain't gonna lie. When I missed that eight ball shot, all I could think about was a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, once said, you know, the difference between a seven and a rest is that the seven gets out, and the seven does get out on that. And I had an opportunity to get out, didn't get them. I'm not a seven, but you know, in my mind, I want to identify as one sometimes. But in certain shots, I want to identify as that. I want to be as positive and honest and confident. That's what it is, confident to get out in those situations that I just could. And so, you know what? Didn't get to punch that ticket. And so I was disappointed. I was really disappointed. It was, and I'm in the west side of Fort Worth, and so driving home from Dallas in the rain, it was a perfect. It was a perfect sad either love song or sad movie. It was a heartbreak. I was like Giveon. It was a heartbreak anniversary that night. But made it. I'm good. Personally, it just all it did was motivate me, lit a fire under me. I can't wait to get an opportunity to go back again. I can't wait to shoot again, and I can't wait to man, just for league play. I want to play more tournaments, but I'm gonna say that topic for another episode. I got some thoughts. I got some ideas on that. And so it was a good weekend. Saturday was fun. I will tell you this. I will say this though. Like I said in my last episode, I got questions. I have a lot of questions. So we do this thing like we play. For those of you who play APA, you know some of y'all. I know some people are like APA is full of fun. It's just about money. Ain't. I know all the things. I've talked to everybody. But for those of us who do play APA, who do value that, you know, when we play these singles boards, man, we spend a lot of money. Like it may take you a couple of boards to qualify. It may take you a couple of boards just to even get close to even seeing, you know, even getting close to even getting out of the boards, bro. Like it's a lot. Like you're paying $25. You paying, you know, you doing splash boards. You paying money, then you might have to pay money at the end of it. Just depending on how the boards run. So you do this, and I know I played in a few, and I've been playing boards for a couple of seasons, a couple of sessions, and so to make it and qualify, I'm like, yo, I gotta be there. And again, once you qualify, the regional tournament is some months, some weeks away from that. So life happens. We know things happen. People, whatever. But there were so many no shows, not just in my tier, but in all of the tiers. Like, how do you qualify for something and then don't show up for it? Like, there were some people that I knew that didn't show, and I know the reasons why they didn't show. But then there were some where the reasons was just like, well, it's too far. I'm like, really? Then it was, you know, people just either it just wasn't that important to them. They just did it just to do it. But it's like, why even play in it? Why play in the single board and take a spot from somebody else who really is wanting to go and who really want an opportunity to play in that tournament to make it to Vegas? If you don't care about it, why spend the time? Like for me in this stage of my life, my time means a lot. I mean, my money, I'm gonna make money, you know, God willing, I'm gonna make money, but my time I can't get back. So why waste a Saturday playing at some dingy pool hall? Some of them aren't dingy. I'm the dingy ones. You know, we love you, dingy pool hall, but I'm not going to waste that time or that opportunity to just not show up. And so what it did was it caused, because this was a modified double elimination, however you say it. And so I had somebody that I knew, well, that I know that I played with, and it probably wasn't just him, but people who sat through the first two rounds because their opponents were no shows. And then by the time they got to play their first match, it was already an elimination round. So that's why I say, going back to saying that, you know what, me losing took me out of that situation to where by the time I got back in it, it was an elimination round for everybody. It wasn't where if I lost, I was out. They could, or they lost, they could come back and get me. We were all in the same boat. So that's why I say that, and that worked out for a couple of people that were there. Uh, but it's like, why go through all of that? Like, I don't know what APA could do to prevent that. You know, my thing was, what is there a penalty? What do you tell people when they're like qualified? Like it was people that electronically signed in previous to being there in person. You know, and it just threw the brackets all the way, to me, it threw the brackets all the way off. And, you know, we did a lot of sitting and just talking and whatever. But again, yeah, man, don't play singles board if you ain't gonna show up. And then with the brackets being that modified double elimination, you know, it was rough. And so my heart, I felt bad for people that were in that situation, but then some people benefited from it. Like it was some people that just rose to the occasion, and like we know, man, sometimes the tables love you, sometimes they don't. And it was some people that made it through and had to go through that same journey of waiting, uh, just getting, because it was to the point where it was like, hey, we call you, get to the table, opponent's not there, you get 15 minutes. Now, I do have a little beef because my losers bracket match, I had two people that no show. I was, the way they said it, that I was supposed to give me 15 minutes for them people to show up. And during that 15 minutes, I could at least warm up and shoot some balls. I never got that opportunity. Not saying it has anything to do with the outcome. Just saying, didn't get it. If it's gonna be fair, let it be fair all the way around, and that's what we're gonna do. But that did not happen, and so. But again, just, man, moving forward. If you're not serious about it, don't do it. If and maybe they need to do a better job of explaining exactly what happens if you qualify for a singles board. Maybe they need to say that, look, you're not going to be playing in the same area that you qualified in. There's a strong, I mean, you possibly could, depending on how many people qualify from there. And so I think that there is going to be a concerted effort on our league operators' parts to throw more singles boards in the upcoming sessions leading into Vegas for next year. So again, I am, man. But but what I will say is this, and I took this away more than anything, even regardless of the outcome of my individual, tries, whatever. What stood out to me was the camaraderie that I saw and felt through the, through the other players that I knew from our league and our division. Like West Fort Worth, APA showed up and showed out. And I would say that, like, and let me just be this clear. Let's get this clear. Between 8 and 9 ball, they were sending eight. It was 8 spots that were going to Vegas. West Fort Worth APA took 6 of them. Took 6. that's a testament to the dedication and how well that you guys all play. It's a testament to what the competition is on a week to week, night to night. The competition is, and this is what I will say about APA. I don't know too many people that aren't opposed to sharing tips, sharing different things, skills, and helping you get better. I will say that, like, since I'm compared to some of these players, I'm fairly new. Uh, and so to see everybody go there and cheer for everybody and root for everybody and share the same frustrations and then sit with each other. Like, this wasn't like a team event. This was individuals. So on a whatever night of the week it is that we play, we generally are sitting with our teams, but and then we are having conversations as we move about. But to go somewhere in a different place and then we all kind of congregate, sit by each other, share stories, laugh. Man, it was just so much fun. It was so much fun. And it was fun to root for each other. It was fun to see all the people do well. Man, I'm proud to be a part of this division, man. It just and I think that there's something there to be able to go to a regional deal and send that many people from one region there, like, hands down, best time that we had that I've had. And so again, I got a fire under me. Again, congratulations to Ruth. Congratulations to Robbie. Congratulations to Angie. Congratulations to Jesse. Congratulations to Tennessee. Man, y'all go represent us, like, go and then you know what? Congrats to everybody that's going to Vegas here coming up in April. I know the ladies team that's going, the Scots doubles team, Michael Bell, my guy Michael Bell and Santos, man, y'all going. Wendy, Ashley, yeah, Katie, y'all, man, go out there and have fun and go represent us, man. Love it. That's what we play and spend all this money for and time. And so guess what? My time will come when it's time. I'm not gonna be too discouraged. I told somebody, I was like, man, I didn't almost want to do the podcast today because it's still been kind of it's just kind of raw on me to get that close and then not perform like I should have. But it's just give me fuel for the tank. Fuel for the tank. We'll get it good. We'll get it going. So what's next? What's next? What's next? What's next, man? The spring session of APA is ending. Following and trying to see where we're gonna land as far as playoffs, wild card, all that thing, man. Just trying to get these last couple of weeks of points in, have some fun, decide, what team you're gonna stay on. If you got people that's moved up and you need to replace them, uh, all the things that happen at the end of the session. Uh, I have decided, well, not decided, but I would like to play in more tournaments. I think one of my big things is I actually want to host the tournament as well. I would love to host a daytime tournament that starts at about 1 and can end about 5:36. I don't know, because I'm just not one of them people that like to be out all night waiting and playing on the tournament. And so that's a goal. And so we're thinking about this. I know it's a couple of people that's looking at MVP races. Where do you need to be? I hope that you don't allow the MVP to mess up your team, man. I'm like, don't be selfish and just start throwing yourself up or not playing and sacrificing. That's what it happens is when people know that they got MVP that want to sit back and not play and then wait to see what the other folks are gonna do. Don't do that, man. If you just play, if you're gonna get MVP, you're gonna get it. Go for it. Uh, Another thing that we can trying to figure out what's next is where's Tri Cups going to be. That's going to be a big question. So hopefully we find out more of that information there. As about where Tri Cups is going to be, possibly where will World Qualifiers be held. So there are still a lot of things up in the air, but it'll all be worked out. It'll all be fun. We'll all be together shooting, and that's just APA, man. We got 259 getting ready to start back up. I know the league that I'm on, it's getting ready to start back up, and I am. At first, I was like, I'm not gonna play again. Think I've changed my mind. I want to play again. It was fun getting the money at the end. That was really fun. And it's just a whole bunch of things, man, to be excited about for the upcoming sessions and the end of this one. We're not done. We're not done. I'm just talking about like where, what's next. And so again, I appreciate y'all. I want y'all to keep following me. I want y'all to keep engaging. I want y'all, when y'all see me, tell me. I've had several people say they want to be on the podcast before. I got to vet you out and let you know. But it's absolutely fun. I love listening and talking to everyone and just enjoying this, man. This is why I started this thing, was just to get this out there to more people who aren't around here, who are close. I mean, we got a bunch of things. We got a bunch of nice things coming up. My next pod is going to be coming from the Basic Bar downtown Fort Worth. I know I said that before. It's happening. Andy, I got you, my boy. I'm coming through. I'm coming through. We're gonna show some love and highlight the scene and excuse me. We're gonna highlight the scene in downtown Fort Worth. So I want to I want to say thank you for them allowing me to come over there. Uh, yeah, man. Until we meet again, this has been a short one, but a good one. I'm loving it. I ain't want to BS a whole lot. So just get that out there, saying what's up to Sam Nash, the best there is. Oh my gosh, if you don't know about the West Side of Fort Worth, you got to come out. I invite you to come out. Bring your friends. Bring your pool cues. If you don't have them, they got house sticks. Somebody will let you use theirs, but you got to come out and take part in this, man. This is just crazy stuff that goes on, man. The people here are fun. People here are nice. We love it. We love it. And hey, stay focused. Stay positive. Stay full of love. Wish y'all a lot of blessings. Peace.